All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, the monarchy apostles and the elder of the great millstone, and to all the alchemy across the globe, preaching the word of truth in the city. I want to say Shalom. Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. The Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Recognized by who he adores and who he has blessed and who he has come to save. The other nations are going to be in rejection, man. Like these Gentiles, these heathens, are going to be in the situation that we were in double for 1,000 years. This is the part that nobody wants to teach you or preach about, the flipping of roles, the trading of places. Yahweh Shai has promised to the Israelites, and no nation's going to escape the judgment of the Lord. It says, lift up thine eyes round about and see all they gather themselves together. They come to thee. The son shall come from far, and daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. You know, there's going to be so much that we have missed out on. There's going to be so much that's going to be being brought to us. The best of the best from all these nations are going to give us our share. You know, have you ever expected something and you got a lot more? Like, damn, I ain't expect that much. That's all it's going to be. You're like, damn, all this for us. You know, we're going to truly see the real wealth, the bountifulness, the plentifulness of the heathen nations. Uh, with the gifts, the fruits of the labor, the fruits of the earth of the world that have been withheld from us, man. You see, if the earth is the Lord's and we're the sons of the Lord, that's our inheritance too. The earth is going to yield its best. The heathens are going to bring their best to us. And we're going to actually be in awe of the amount of goods that have been withheld. You know? Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come into thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praise of the Lord. You know, the heathens, man, and the other nations are wealthy. You know, their spices, their gold, their fruits, the rarities of these jewels and precious gems and stones, things that we have never seen in our life. They're gonna be brought to us, man. All right, we won't need to work anymore. We won't need to work 40, 60, 70, 80 hours double time to get taxed. There will be no need. All right, there'll be no need for W-2s and vacation days and PTOs, man. All the flocks of Kedah shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with the acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. You know, Jerusalem, man. You know, who are these that fly as a cloud and as a dove to their windows? You'll be in them chariots, man. All right, we're gonna be um uh uh uh, uh Supermen. You know, we're gonna be in our spiritual. We have our spiritual power. We're gonna be in our heavenly bodies, man. You know, no cars and emissions, man, but chariots taking flight. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, into the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. All right? The Lord going to gather us all from the four corners, man, bring it back to our land. We're going to come, all right, with the riches of the Gentiles, man. The other nations are kept back what is rightfully ours, man. All right, he said what? I believe it's in Job, said they're going to vomit up their riches, man. All right? And we're going to put them on, man, spend their goods riotously, man. We're going to show these nations what it is to stunt, what it is to be truly wealthy. You see? The sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, my favor have I had mercy on thee, man. The Lord only angry for a little while, man. The other nations who have received their sons, who have gotten our spoils, if they're going to be feeling the wrath of Yahweh from Yahushua by having this continual employment, that captivity. See, heathens, man, hey, they're going to be in the kingdom having it rough, man. Building up walls, mining our minerals, planting, gardening. You see? It's going to be the new Israelites, man. All right? And we're going to have a rod, all right, throwing them on their backs. You see? There's going to be a favor that we're going to have bestowed upon us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their king may be brought. You know, we not only we're going to get their good, man, we're going to get their former mighty men, man. You see? He's not only going to pay with goods, all right, they're going to pay with their bodies, man, to be in servitude. All right, nobody's going to escape the judgment of the Lord. No nation is going to be being equal to the children of Israel in the kingdom, man. The Gentiles have 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, man. And Esau, 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, then they're going to be destroyed, thus saith the Lord. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, the nation shall be utterly wasted. You know, and they're going to understand that we don't play. The judgment of the Lord, all right? You're going to do as you're told when you're told to do it by the standards that have been laid before thee, man. If you don't want to get go along with the get along, you're going to get destroyed, man. All right? The brother did a video, a little animation where the heathens were in the field and Jake just popped up out of nowhere, man, floating. And they were scared and bowed their head, man. That's how it's going to be. All right, we're going to be on the scene, and we're going to, the fear of the Lord is going to be in them. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. Man, we're going to have the beautiful tree, man. The restoration of Israel, the kainos of our land, is going to be to perfection. It said the sons also Of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and they all that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. They shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion, the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency of joy in many generations, man. Everybody that put their hands on the children of Israel are going to pay, man. All right? Everybody who has something, had anything to do, all right, are going to show obedience to the Lord's children, to the Lord's people. All you heathens say, oh, that wasn't me, I wasn't there, I didn't do that. But you're going to see the role you played in the oppression of our people. Whereas thou hast been forsaken so and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency and a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, the Savior and the Redeemer of the mighty one Jacob. You know, the heathens are going to know, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, these Musks, these rich families, the minor families, all right? The wealthy ones are all going to know that Yahweh Shah belongs to the nation of Israel. If I will bring brass, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, and for stones, iron. I will also make the officers peace and the exactors righteousness, man. All right, we're going to be judging righteously and spiritually, man. All right? So when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice. And you're going to be happy that you're not going to be getting taxed. You see? Feeding GMOs. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting or destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call the wall of salvation and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee, but the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God the glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself, for the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous, and they shall inherit the lands forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, thou may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, will hasten it in its time. And I read it a little fast because it's time of storage, man. But it's gonna be peace, man. Yerushalayim, Shalom, all right. You know, no more violence. No, you know, he said the lion's gonna eat gonna eat straw. You know, kids are gonna be able to play with snakes. You know, the land is gonna be plentiful, peaceful. All right. Thus saith the Lord, man. No more weapons of mass destruction. No more diseases. No more invasions. No more flock campers. No more police brutality. No more sickness. The Lord said He's gonna wipe away all our tears. You see, and all our people are gonna be righteous, man. No more moles. No more trannies, man. You know? That's what we got to look forward to, man. You know? So with that, I want to say, call halal, Yahweh Shai. Everybody see Apostle Elder Gary Millstone. Till next time, Shalom and the Bible Bar.